and welcome back. Well, now we're going to talk about meditation. You know, that thing that you always feel like you should be doing but never get around to doing. Believe me, I know how that feels, and a lot of people feel like they just don't have time to meditate or they can't meditate properly. Now, meditation isn't always easy. It can feel like a struggle. You know, your mind is busy, it wants to think about other things, you keep telling yourself you haven't got time to meditate, you've got so much to do. So while you're actually meditating, it's not necessarily an easy thing. It's not necessarily relaxing while you're doing it. But I can say to you in all honesty that meditating is probably the most powerful thing when it comes to connecting with your inner peace, with your higher self, connecting with your intuition and clairvoyance, with your divine guidance. And it's the thing that really helps you develop it. It's so powerful. So it's the cumulative benefits of meditating that are worthwhile, rather than any sort of sense of relaxation or satisfaction that you get while you're meditating. Now, in Western culture, we've been taught that, you know, a lot of people have the idea that you have to sit on a cushion with your legs crossed and meditate for at least half an hour a day, sometimes twice a day. Now, for a lot of people, this just isn't practical. It's great if you can do it. It's great if you work your way up to a regular practice like that. Personally, once a day is quite enough for me. I don't find time twice a day. And I like to meditate first thing in the morning before my busy day gets going, because once I'm into all my other activities, I'm far less likely to stop and meditate. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So make it work for you, fit it into your life. Now, here's an incredible secret that not many people will tell you about meditation. Even if you only do 5 minutes a day, that is enough, because the universe isn't counting the time. Your soul isn't looking at its watch going, oh, she's only meditated for 5 minutes, or he only meditated for 5 minutes today. We're not being judged by the all that is in regards to how much time we put in. What is important is that you are taking that little bit of time out, and your intention is, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to do the best I can to connect with my inner self, my inner peace, and give some time to my inner world. And that's all your soul really wants. It just longs for you to give some time and some attention to your inner world. The big thing that puts people off meditating is they think that, you know, you think you should be quieting your mind, you think you should be able to stop thinking. That's virtually impossible for everybody. I've met people who've gone to ashrams in Bhutan and exotic places like that in Southeast Asia, meditated for 20 years in monasteries and things like that, and they still say, look, it's pretty difficult, if not impossible, to quiet that mind. So the point is, you choose something peaceful to focus your attention on. The most practical thing really to focus on when you think about it is your breath, because you're always breathing. So there's always an in-breath and an out-breath to focus on. One of my favourite things to focus on recently is the word Om, the sound Om. You might have come across the word Om and even the Om symbol. It's said to be the sound of creation. You know, the ancient Tibetans say that it's the sound of creation and they chant Om. So I repeat the Om sound over and over and over in my mind for 5 minutes. Sometimes I find that I'm repeating it quickly. Sometimes I find that the Om is going on for a long time in my mind, and I don't judge that. I don't get caught up in whether that's a good thing or bad thing. I just chant the word or repeat the word Om over and over in my mind. Do try to do the meditation first thing in the morning before your busy day gets started. But, you know, if you're a different kind of person, if you're capable of sitting down at lunchtime or after dinner in the evening before you go to bed, the actual time of the day, again, it doesn't matter to the universe and it doesn't matter to me. All we want is that it's going to work for you in your life. So let's just give it a try now. And let's just close our eyes And we'll just do this for a minute or so. And just think about your intention for meditating, that you'd really like to meditate. You know that it's good for you and it's good for developing your intuition and clairvoyance and being connected to your divine guidance and giving some time to your inner world. Start taking some nice deep breaths. And just notice where you are uncomfortable in your body, if you're holding any tension or if the way you're sitting isn't comfortable. So just adjust that now. And again, don't be afraid to adjust for things like that during the meditation. That's another question people ask me a lot. Oh, but what if I need to move? What if my back gets sore or something like that? Don't worry. Just make yourself comfortable. Meditation is not meant to be like an endurance test. Focus on your breathing, the breath coming in and coming out. The breath coming in and coming out. Or if you prefer, think of the word Om, the sound Om. Om. And chant that word over and over inside your mind repeatedly. Even while I'm talking, keep focusing on your breathing or saying the word Om over and over in your own mind. Now, another big misunderstanding about meditating, especially in the Western world, is that we have to do it in complete silence. If there's noise outside or if the kids have got the television on in the next room, you can't meditate. I don't mind where I meditate. I used to meditate on the bus and the train to work. I can meditate with noise all around me. And I actually find that it's nice to have that contrast because it helps me to realize how quiet my inner world actually is, how peaceful and beautiful it is in there when I tune in to that inner space. Keep breathing or keep using the Om word over and over again. And of course, if you notice yourself thinking, being distracted by a thought or a physical sensation like an itch or a twinge, just notice it. If you have to adjust physically for comfort, please do so. If it's a thought, just notice it. Yep, okay, we don't have to say that that thought is good or bad, or that it's good or bad that you notice the thought. Just bring your attention back to your breathing or back to the Om. Now, for the purposes of this video, of course, we're not going to sit here in silence for minutes on end. You can pause it here if you like and keep going, or you can do this for yourself for 5 minutes every day. Now, just coming out of the meditation slowly now. I know it was only brief, but it was a good sample and you've done really well. Just taking that nice deep breath. I like to wriggle my fingers and toes just to come more fully back into physical awareness. And then when you're ready, please open your eyes. Now really, that's all there is to it. And if you meditate like that for 5 minutes every day, you will notice a difference, you will notice the benefit. It is just such a fantastic tool, and it's very hard to explain in a logical manner why, but you'll understand what I mean when you do it regularly. If your monkey mind tends to play up, wondering about the time, how long have I been sitting here for, is that 5 minutes yet? Do what I do and just put it on the timer or the stopwatch on your smartphone or on your bedside clock, and then that does away with that concern. The monkey mind can stop worrying about how much time you've been sitting there, or is it time to get ready for work yet, and so on. That's it for meditation, folks. nice and simple. That's how we like to do it. We like to keep things simple. It's not always easy. It is a bit of a challenge sometimes. It can be frustrating when your mind is busy, but persevere with it and you'll enjoy the benefits of it, I promise. Thank you so much and enjoy your meditating. Namaste.